The reason you're holding yourself back is because you're trying so hard. Now, I'm not saying that we don't need to try hard and put in the effort. Everybody who's done everything has put in a huge amount of effort and worked really, really hard. The difference is the reason you're holding yourself back is because you're trying so hard. Now, I'm not saying that we don't need to try hard and put in the effort. Everybody who's done everything has put in a huge amount of effort and worked really, really hard. The difference is that when we try so hard, we can actually be putting all of our effort and focus into us achieving and doing something. And that's not the bottom line. Years ago, when I first got into real estate, I was doing well, things were going great, and then there was about 4 to 5 weeks where I didn't sell anything, didn't list anything, and it was really, really frustrating because I knew I had this, I knew I could do this, and I just kept working hard and putting pressure on myself and getting myself frustrated that it wasn't actually happening no matter how much work I did. So I went to my boss at the time and I said, "Mate, what am I doing wrong? What's going on here? Why am I not listing or selling anything?" And he said to me, he just asked me a bunch of questions. He said, "Are you doing your door knocks?" Yes. "Are you doing your phone calls?" Yes. "Are you showing open homes?" Yes. "Are you doing all these different things?" He asked me all these questions. Are we doing things? Yes was the answer to everything. And then he said, "Don't worry about it." I'm like, "What do you mean, don't worry about it?" He said, "Don't worry about it. It'll happen." His knowledge and experience had taught him that you follow the system and believe in the process. And that taught me an incredible lesson at that time, that we can work hard, we can strive, and we can beat ourselves up, we can get so frustrated by things not happening. But the reality is, what we need to do is just pull back, not stop working, not stop doing, but we need to believe in the process, believe in the system, believe in consistency, just believe in if we keep going and doing the right things, that it is going to happen. If you look at any successful business person, Olympian, sports champion, musician, whatever it is that they do, anything that they do, if you have a look at them, what they do is they consistently do the boring, mundane, day in, day out, consistently following the process. They have a process, they have a routine, they have a formula that they follow, and they know that that process will give them what they want. They know that following that process is going to help them achieve where they want to go and what they're wanting to do. But it is the process they follow. If you were to ask a sports person or a musician or somebody like that, they will tell you that they follow a process. There's something they have in place that they follow. And by doing this, now sometimes that process needs to change. It doesn't always stay the same. Sometimes that definitely needs to change if we're not achieving the right things, but there is a process, and sometimes we tweak it, sometimes we adjust it. What you'll find with sports teams, when things are happening with different sports people or teams, is they will adjust what they're doing a little bit, because they know they need to make changes. If they get some new players coming in, if they get rid of some of the old players for the NBA every year, every season, they're going to change the teams around. Players are going to be drafted. Some are coming, some are going. They adjust their process a little bit, but the basics are the same. The fundamentals are the same, and they follow them all the time, and it's adjusting and changing to fit in with the process. So how can you and I be able to achieve and do the things we want to do without trying so hard? When I say trying so hard, what I mean is by being frustrated, by being annoyed, by not believing in and taking the process and allowing that to operate in us and through us. So number one, all of these things have to do with belief. Every single one of them has to do with belief, because that's where it all starts. Number one, believe in yourself. You need to believe in you, in who you are, that you can actually do this. Because whether you are lacking in knowledge, then you gain some knowledge. If you need a bit of extra skills, then you go and upskill yourself. If this is something you're passionate about and you enjoy and you want to do it, then you go on and do it. But believe in yourself. Believe you can, that you do have the goods, that you know you can do it. Because I know you can do it. And you know you can achieve. It's following the process, following the system, making sure it happens. But you got to believe in yourself, because if you don't believe in yourself, you're not going to put the effort in and go out and make it happen. Second one is believe in the process. There is a process to follow, and it does take time. It doesn't take overnight. A lot of us, we've all heard this before, but the overnight successes usually take 10 or 20 years until it actually becomes to that point. We get frustrated after a year or two when things don't happen. I would love to be a lot further down in my business where I am right now, but hey, we're like less than 2 years old. Can't get too carried away. We're doing all right for that period of time. Now, there's my vision and my goal, and where I see us being is sort of like a 10 or 15 year down. That's where I'm seeing, or maybe 20 years down the track. But the reality is we're here where we are. And if I keep following the process, keep following the system, it's going to happen. You need to have your process, have your system in place. Believe in that process that it is going to work. Number 3, believe in consistency. Consistency is the key to everything. Darren Hardy says that if you give me a challenge against anybody else in the world, pretty much, over the period of time, if you give me a long enough time, I will outwork or I will beat pretty much anybody at most things. And the reason is because all he does is consistently day in, day out, day in, day out. That's where I learned the whole thing about the mundane, boring, happening every single day. And you see this repeated time and time and time again. We hear the saying, sometimes you just got to keep showing up to make it all happen. Be consistent. Do the routines, do the habits, make that happen, and it will make a difference. Number 4, believe in what you are doing. Do you believe in what you are doing? Are you just doing something to make some money? Are you just doing something because you think you need to? Are you just doing something because you're being pressured by family or being pressured by your friends or being pressured by society? Are you just doing something because that's what you think you need to be doing? Or are you doing something you really, really believe in? Are you doing something you know is going to make a difference in people's lives, is going to change people? Tomorrow's not today. What I'm all about, I know it makes a difference. We've already seen in a short period of time of how long we've been going, the difference it makes in people's lives and what it's doing personally, health-wise, financially, in their business, in every other area. It started with me. I started making the changes that I needed to make the change, and now I'm helping other people go through that and go into whole new areas and different areas as well. But do you believe in what you're doing? Because if you do, you will keep going and you keep the consistency going to make it happen for yourself and for other people as well. Number 5, you got to believe in the dream. It's not just a matter of believing in what you're doing, but you got to believe in your dream. What is your dream? Where are you wanting to go? What are you wanting to do? Because if you have that and you can break it down into little areas, into little places, little things, you can actually make that happen. Is that dream a worthy dream? Is it a dream that you would be proud of? Is it a dream that you would be proud for your kids to look at and go, that's what my dad did, that's what my mum did? Is that what you'd be proud of? Because if it is, then it's a dream that's worth having, and you need to believe in that dream, because it's not just a dream from nothing. This is a dream that's come to you, that you have, hopefully that's come from inside of you and you're very, very passionate about. And if it is, and you've got this dream, go for it. Make a difference. Believe in the dream and make what you want happen. When we believe in these things, we have our mindset in the right place. We push hard. Don't rush the process. Enjoy the ride. Create the life that you want.